Hi guys, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So today we will learn how to prepare a bank reconciliation statement. So the purpose of preparing a bank reconciliation is to detect any discrepancy that may exist between the company's accounting records and its bank statement. And reasons for these discrepancies could be due to either timing differences, which could lead to unpresented or uncredited checks. We have bank charges for services rendered by the bank, which was directly deducted from your bank account. Then we also have dividend interest income that could be collected by the bank, which you are not aware of. Could also cause a discrepancy in your bank reconciliation. And there are also direct deposits into your bank account, but you've not captured them in the cash book. There could be subscriptions or premiums paid on behalf of you by the bank, and other discrepancies could be due to error on the part of the company or the bank. Okay, so now this is our standard bank reconciliation statement that has reconciling from balance per bank statement down to balance per the cash book, and which will now be compared to the cash book ledger balance. Then we have our check to be sure that the balance adjusted per cash book equates the cash book balance, ledger balance. Okay. Then the major input you need for preparing the bank reconciliation statement is actually the bank statement, which we have here, the bank statement and the cash book. So this reconciliation we're about to prepare, it's for an entity that just started its operation in September of 2017. Okay, so this is the first bank reconciliation that the entity will be preparing. So we'll start preparing this reconciliation straight away. So this is the given bank statement, and we have our reference code and the transaction date, description of transactions, then the debit, credit, and the ledger balance. Okay, so as at 30th of September 2017, the bank statement balance is 3.8 million. So quickly update our recon with that. So balance per bank statement as at 30th September, we'll select the bank balance. Okay, then our ledger balance as at 30th of September 2017 is gotten from the cash book, equal to cash book, then ledger balance. Okay, so our cash book also have the same info. So note that the bank statement mirrors the cash book. Okay, so every debit on your cash book, it can be found on the credit side of your bank statement and vice versa. Okay, so we'll be using the match function in Excel to prepare this reconciliation or to identify items that are outstanding in our bank reconciliation statement. So we're using the match function on the cash book and also the match function on the bank statement. Okay, so to do that, I'll come here, I say equal to match. Okay, so match what? I'm matching based on reference code. Okay, I want to check if this code it's found in the cash book. The code is the unique identifier in our match function. I say comma, go to my cash book, and I'll select the ref column as well, so which will be my array, table array. So I'll select it, comma, and I'll choose exact match, which is 0. Close my brackets. Okay, so I can freeze the range, the table array, which is B3 to B15. Click on it, press F4, click on it, press F4, press the enter key. Okay, so this tells me that this particular transaction on the bank statement can be found on column 1 in my table array, okay, of the cash book. So remember that my table array started from here. So, and this is what, row 1, okay? So that's what it means, that I can find this particular transaction in the next column. So I can drag down. Okay, so this I can find in row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 12. So this one that has NA means that I cannot find them on the cash book. So I'll quickly perform the same procedure for the cash book to identify those that are on the cash book that are not on the bank statement. I say equal to match function, select the reference code, comma, and I come to the bank statement to get the table array, okay? Comma, and I'll say the exact match, which is 0. Close my bracket. Just same way I did for the cashbook, I also have to freeze the column or the table array, which I'm using the match function for F4, F4, okay? Same as the first function I did, this can also be found on column row 1 in the bank statement. So I can drag down. All right, so you can see that we can find this in the bank statement, these transactions on this particular column. So when you come to this particular column, you will see this amount on row 8, 54150. Okay, and this is on row 8, 54150. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's what it means. So to now prepare our bank recon, we need to then filter by NA in both the bank statement and the cash book. Okay, so filter by NA, select all, then filter by NA. Say okay. Come to my cash book, also filter by NA. And select and pick NA. Okay. All right, so based on this, I can then prepare my bank reconciliation statement. Okay. So the first thing we'll be looking at is the first adjustment we have. Let's say add the debit. The debit we do not credit. It means that the bank have debited you in the bank account, but you have not credited this in your cash book. So come to the bank statement to look at what was debited that we did not credit. So you come to the bank statement. So you look for all the debits. So these are all the debits we have that we are not credited. So we select, highlight them, copy, come here, we paste, right click, paste. We pick the amount, comma, right click, we paste. Okay. Then select, right click and paste. Then we select the amount due. Then right click and paste. Okay. So I've already summed up everything here and I say equal to pick the number from the sum. Okay, so these are all the total transactions that the bank debited without you crediting your cash book, and they can be called as unadvised debit. Like for example, we have fuel allowance for bikes, bank charges, advancement for repair of truck, and service charge. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one, which says that we debit but they do not credit. That means you have debited your cash book, but the corresponding credit has not been reflected in the bank statement. So this you can call uncredited lodgement. So this information we can get it from the cash book. So you come to the cash book and see all the debits that you made that was not credited in the bank statement. So click on cash book. Then these are all my credits. Sorry, debits. So we just have one guy, the deposit that was debited in the cash book. Probably an inflow came in, but because of the timing difference, the bank could not update from their end. So we copy it out, we paste it, we debit inflow of 500,000 naira. Okay, so that's all on this section. So move on to the next one, which is we now credit, but they do not debit, which is the unpresented checks. So this also we get it from the cash book. So this is now on the credit side of the cash book. So we select all. Okay, come to the bank recon. We credit, we have right click and paste. Okay, then we'll go get the amount. Copy, right click and paste. All right. So we're saying that we should less we credit, they do not debit. So this is the sum and this is the total sum taken as a negative amount affecting the the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so the last section is the day now credit, we do not debit. So day represents the bank, so which means that we'll be getting this section from the bank statement. So the credits that went out of the bank statement, we're going to sort them out. Okay, so this is the bank statement. This is the credit that was done by the bank, which we do not debited in our cash book. So we copy, we paste, we get the amount, we paste, then come and pick the last one, which is interest received at the end of the month. Right click, we paste, and we pick this, and we paste the amount. Okay. All right, so we can see that our adjusted cash book balance equals to our cash book ledger balance. Okay, which means that our bank reconciliation is absolutely correct to the last kobo. All right, so I want you to click on the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comment section below. And thank you for listening, and I hope you're able to learn a thing or two from this video. Thank you once again.